Garden tour, 12/3/23. It's early December. We're supposed to get snow tonight, so I'm here doing what is probably the last garden tour of the year, 2023. You can see here the peas that I used in this mix here with rye have died. The rye is still, hanging on. It'll go dormant and it'll come back in full force. You can see a younger patch in the back here that I don't think I mixed peas with, and then another patch here. These three patches, which will next year will just look like one patch, will come back, and I'll grow, harvest, and use the straw just like I did this year for cover and then for mulch. Here is what was my kale bed. You can see some dead kale here. There's a little toasted Swiss chard right here. I'm gonna pull a tarp over most of this today and put it to bed. I've been meaning to get these squash vines out of here first. I don't know if I'll have a chance to do that. I'm gonna try, but we'll just see how far I get today. So I've got these beds that are, in the state when I harvested everything out. But I bought another 2 yards of compost and prepped 7 50-foot beds. So those will be ready for me in the spring. This was this last one that I did here was the cherry tomato bed, and then this was the larger slicer tomato bed. Oh, and so on and so forth. Beans. That was celery. You can still see some of the discarded Napa cabbage there on the ground. It was a wet year, but it was good. Got a lot of vegetables out of this. Ate a lot of good food. Sold some of it to my neighbors. So overall, it was a good year. Hoping for bigger things next year. I'll have more garden space, so you would think that was what that would amount to. Here is my 2.5 beds of garlic right here. As you can see, I didn't save quite enough straw from the rye harvest this summer, so I had to finish mulching with leaves. Here is what was the sunflower bed. All the sunflowers have been cut out of there. This was the zinnia and dahlia and other various flowers right here. I still haven't gotten around to chopping the last of these dahlia stalks out of here. Excuse me, zinnia stalks. I did. You can see these dug holes here. I dug up the dahlia tubers, and I've got them in a bucket at the house in the garage, so hopefully those will overwinter okay in there, and I'll plant them next year, and hopefully we'll have an even stronger dahlia crop. Still see there's probably actually seed in there. I'll chop these out soon. I don't know if I'll get to it today, but there's only maybe a day's worth of work here. I may not get it all done in one day, but that's about what it'll amount to by the time I'm done for the winter. We're gonna get a few inches of snow, so it'll probably, if it even sticks, it'll melt away, and I'll be able to do more work here in the garden. I'm gonna pull that tarp over these beds, try to get this covered and put to bed for the winter. So, that's just about the gist of the garden for 2023. Happy growing.